Okay, so probably we are live. So we can just wait another minute until more participants will join. And while we do that, so I'll just jump in with a short intro. So hello for everyone. My name is Lina, and I am account executive at Frontu, and with my colleague Benas, which is customer success manager. We will review what kind of new features we have implemented during the past quarter, and maybe some of them will be like already not a new thing for some of you, but for like at least half of you, it will definitely be the first time that you hear of them. So yeah, so I see that probably most of the participants already joined. So Benas, maybe you can start with the first part, and then from the half of it, I will take over. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Lina. So good morning, everybody. It's really nice for you to join us today. So yeah, this is what happened, a short presentation about what happened at Fronto during the last quarter. So we have some new features, which I would like to present. So first of all, we have new feature that is called tags. And you can, in your tag list, you can add like sort of marks for some different tasks. And by using tags, it's really simple to identify tasks which are, for example, more attention needed, or maybe some information is missing. So tag creation is up to you, what kind of tag you want to create. For example, review for the manager or review for some other party of your company. You can create by tag by clicking on the just tag icon next to the task, and that's simple as that, writing the name of that tag. So why it's useful? It's useful because you can later on filter your tasks by tags. So if some person has some specific task which he has to do or review the task, so he can use that filter to look for those tasks with that one specific tag you are operating with. So yeah, these are some cases uh, for everyone to test out, because the workflow with tags is rather different, and a lot of use cases. So yeah, after the presentation, don't worry, you will get some insights and more information about how to use it and where to find it. So okay, next thing what we have here is now we have a possibility to change task status even though it was assigned for an app user. So whenever you assign a task, before it was possible to do it only for administrator. When the task is assigned only to administrator, then he can change the status. Now, if you see the need or some kind of urgent matter is happening, or the technician cannot do anything about the task, and you need to change the status so it would be calculated correctly in Frontu, then you should just freely change the status from administrator side, and the technician will just receive notification about the change status of a task, what he's doing or he's supposed to do, and so on. Next feature, what we implemented is also what we noticed in some cases whenever we are, well, our clients are collecting information about routes, there might be some mistakes with kilometers. For example, technician input wrong number of kilometers. Instead of 100, he wrote 1000. So from administrator side, we can change the distance kilometers accordingly to the real value which is supposed to be there. So yeah, really useful in cases when technicians are in rush and trying to do it really fast, and the administrator can spot the discrepancies and just do the fixing himself, or in other cases return to technician. But this is meant for administrator. So before forming work act, you can just edit the kilometers if you see something wrong is with it. And one more feature, what I would like to tell you about, we will be preparing a short presentation and tutorial how to use it. how to set up your device so it would not be using Google Maps as default navigation system from Frontu, but you can set it up, for example, for Waze, because in some countries it's more comfortable to use Waze, or just because of the preferences, what our clients are preferring. So just how to set up your mobile device, and it would be possible to use with different navigation tools, whatever you prefer, instead of Google Maps. So yeah, this is about it, what I wanted to tell you about. Just really short. Afterwards, you will be receiving the presentation and so on. And yes, thank you, Lina. I will be helping you now.
Okay, thanks, Benas. So I saw that no one's sent any questions to the chat, so just be sure that all participants can ask questions. So the chat button is like on your right hand side, I think, in the bottom. So you can just shoot any questions we can discuss at the end of the webinar, or we will answer them like with a separate email in case we are short on time. So if it's possible, just jump to the next slide, Benas. So basically, what we've introduced during like the last quarter, that was quite a new thing for most of our clients. So it's this service packages. More about service packages we can discuss, and we can answer more questions. Just shoot us a chat message, not here, but using your admin side on, let's say, like Frontu account. So we can tell a little bit more and maybe schedule a meeting with Sergejus for more details. But the one thing that I wanted to mention, that we had really good success with from one of the feature that is in these service packages is basically workflows. So integration or automation, it is called. And here you can see that in the Accelerate package, there are 4 workflows included in the package that are considered to be for free then. So basically what workflows can do, so they can automate some processes that currently you're doing like by hand, like manually. So Ben's next slide, please. So yeah, basically, if you are like not sure if you want to get some sort of like package as of yet, so these workflow automations are also available to purchase as like a separate feature, just as a standalone. So also we can give more details if you just shoot us message in the chat, just asking whether my like workflow that I would like to be automated is possible to be done. So just be sure to consult with the team on the chat. So next slide now, and I will give you like a few examples that we had success with some of the clients. So these are like real life examples that we've implemented recently. So the first example is like we can all read that, but basically just imagine that your specific object or specific equipment would have like a custom field that would be called like a last technical check update or something like that. And this custom field would be automatically filled whenever like specific task with like specific task type is completed by the technician, meaning that we had like a technical checkup at specific object or equipment, the task finished, so the task end time was automatically added to that custom field next to the object or equipment. What it allows to do, it allows to have like a different time or like periodical tasks planning logic. So basically you plan the next upcoming task for like periodic maintenance or something like that, based on the previous task end time, and not based on the specific dates or time frames as we usually have it on like periodic tasks that some of our clients say that it doesn't really fit the purpose, because we need to take the last visit time into consideration and not the date in particular. So yeah, so basically we update the field with the task end time, and then the next task for periodic checkup is automatically generated by Frontu system, like after like 1 year, let's say, or like after 6 months, whatever the period that you would like to have can be done. So that's the first example. It's specifically used with the like equipment maintenance and everything like that. So I'm sure that could be useful for some of you. And the next example will be, so I saw that Linus joined here, so maybe it will be useful for you, Linus. I think we spoke some time ago about this. So if you could just jump to the second slide, Linus. Yeah, thanks. So basically, let's say that there was like a specific question marked on the questionnaire, like a specific answer of the question marked on the questionnaire, or let's say a remark was left within the task, or specific type of job added or material. So basically, all these things can be like specific triggers that would either initiate like a new task creation or a new task request creation, or maybe send some sort of notification to, let's say, another department. So one of the examples is like listed here. So basically, a specific questionnaire question was answered, and like, for example, a technician indicated that new spare parts are needed for the client, or he would like use. He could use like a new part somewhere. So basically, what it can do, so it can create either like a new task for the admin on the calendar. So he would reach out to the client because on the questionnaire we marked X answer, and we need to contact client like to offer some sort of parts or repair. Or another thing is to initiate like a notification to the sales department. Let's say that technician marked that X part is needed, so the sales department receives the message, and then I can contact the client for the additional upsell. So basically, these are the couple examples, and just examples how these workflow automations can be used. So just be sure to check your daily routine and maybe identify what kind of stuff you currently do manually. Maybe you review the questionnaire answers, maybe you review the task types of some sort, like to, I don't know, to do some sort of analysis. So just check what you currently do manually, then shoot us a message on chat and inquire if this specific work can be done by Frontu and not by me anymore, by using your workflow automation. So our IT team will be able to advise and help you out. Yeah, so basically that's probably it about the workflow automations for now. And the other slide, what we have left, Benas? Yes, FSM talks. So I'm not sure how many of you have participated in the last year's event that we've held in Latvia. So this year it will happen in Kaunas, Kauno Žalgirio Arena. So everyone's welcome to join. We already have tickets for sale, so just be sure to get the tickets as soon as possible, so you get these like bonuses that are listed here. So basically the parking space and ticket to after party as an early bird participant. And yeah, if you have like any questions about the event itself, so you can always contact Odeta at fsmtalks.com and check in on more details. But be sure to participate, because in Riga we had a very nice time, and this year we will even have after party, so even better. And yeah, so it's like in November, but be sure to reserve the seats. And yeah, probably that's it. So maybe any questions from the things that we have introduced or that Benas mentioned about the new features. So just be sure to ask in the chat or send us emails afterwards, and we'll be sure to answer. I don't see to get like any messages in the chat. Everyone's like really quiet. Okay, so I see are tags available for all plans? Yes, tags are available for all plans, right, Benas?
Yes. It's you have to enable it in the view panel where you can see. So it would appear in the list, and tags are available. So yeah, just check out your task list view and find in the list to enable ticket with the green mark, and yeah, you will be able to use it.
Okay, so maybe there's still someone left in the webinar. Okay, so Edward is asking short series of useful settings or more convenient use of platform, like tips. Okay, so I think that we do have like tips and tricks article in mind that we should prepare and update it more often. And we will also, I'm not sure if someone like ever noticed recently, but we do have like a nice user guide on intercom now, like on your like chat that you use on Frontu. And it's like being like updated currently, so you will be able to get more help and like more tips how to use system like without even contacting us and like waiting for the response. So we hope that the user guide will be able to answer most of the questions. Okay. So Edward, maybe you can also mention like what would be like these useful features like specifically for you. So maybe we can then reach out after the webinar and discuss more. Okay, great. So yeah, so you can shoot also in the chat. So me and Benas and the IT team are always available there. So we will be able to discuss them further and see how we can help. Okay, so no more questions. That's the first time we received just 2 questions, I think. Yeah. But that's fine. So probably the presentation was so clear that we don't need to explain anything else. And by the way, does everyone know like how to see the updates and like what's new in the app after each releases, like after each app release is done? Because I personally did not know that it's so easy to find. So we will be able also to share this info, Benas, from our user guide also, where all the updates about recent features are listed. But anyways, like it is useful to join webinars also, I think. It's like not that often that we do them. Yeah, so I see that Jens added these links where you can find all the updates and all the new features after each release in the detailed descriptions. So I see that the time is like ending for us. So you will receive the recording of the video and of our webinar. And I think that we will also add the slides, right, Benas, that we showed. Okay, so it's time to say goodbye, but we will wait for all of your questions and we will be happy to consult you afterwards. So probably that's it from me, and word to Benas now.
Thank you. Bye bye, everybody.
Okay, Thank you so much. Cheers. Bye bye.